I was not expecting that. Wow. This kind of changes how I was going to start this video. I was kind of, I was kind of rushing at the end because I wanted to just get through it because they were saying things that were beginning to piss me off. And what I'm talking about is I'm talking about the Gothix debate. I think that's what her name is, her channel. She's a black, I don't even know, black mix. She looks mixed to me. Conservative chick. I tried watching some of her stuff, but I just couldn't tolerate it. Her videos and her content just irritating me. Especially when people don't put context on shit. And it was one of the things that was irritating me about the panel, the conservative side of her debate panel. I mean, I enjoyed debate. I think more black people need to have discussions like that. Especially when it comes to different people. I understand that black conservatives are in the minority, but people, liberal versus conservative, there were areas where I think that the black people agreed more than they disagreed. One of the things that I don't like, namely about the black conservatives, is they always want to be like the special Negro in the room, right? Well, despite all this happened, either A, black people should pull themselves up by the bootstraps, or B, we don't need to be, healed or repaired, or there doesn't need to be any atonement for what happened in the past. That chick in the red, who really did some foul shit at the end, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. She was basically, slavery. Oh, you're talking about the past. Even talking about what happened in the 60s. Oh, you're talking about the past. What about today? As though the past has no impact on the day. That was one of the things that throughout this whole debate was really irritating me about the conservative side. The way they just kind of like tossed the past out. And like Roberti Postello, who was awesome, by the way. I mean, the whole entire debate, he was awesome. The other two panelists on the left, Rashad, he was the worst. He was just the worst. A lot of his points were very emotional. I already told you all that you got to come with receipts and you got to come with facts. And that's what, Roberti Postello, if I'm saying his name wrong, I apologize, but that's what he was coming with. He's the first panelist that's on the left-hand side, black man in a suit. He was coming with facts. He was coming with receipts. And when you're arguing with not just the black people on the panel, but when you're arguing, because what the people on the right do, and especially white people, is I told you, they like to get these black people that espouse their views and their belief systems. I have a hard time with the idea that black conservatives are free thinkers. They like to think that they are, but they're not. They oftentimes go up there and they repeat white people conservative talking points, which white people love, again with zero context. With zero context. And there's a number of times where Roberti was responding and he responded with context. And I was like, thank God somebody said it. I mean, even the comparisons that were being made. I mean, some of the questions about the black community, being a community of violence without talking about, the economics. I'm like, anytime you have poverty, you will have crime. And Roberti brought up, in the 1800s when the Irish came here, they were the ones that were committing all the crime. The movie Gangs of New York is not about black people. You know what I mean? He even brought up the Notre Dame's logo of the Fighting Irish. 1920s, you get into, Al Capone, and you get into the Italian mobsters of Chicago killing each other. Or even the Italian mobsters of East St. Louis killing each other. Why were they doing that? Because when they came here, they were marginalized in similar fashion to black people. But as he pointed out, after World War I, in fighting for America, they entered whiteness. Same as the Jewish community entered whiteness, or the Jewish community was more able to do it because all they had to do was change their last name. This is something that black people couldn't do. On top of the fact that black people were a population that was here before and had a whole system in place to discriminate against them, where everybody else could slowly transition into being a full-blooded white American. And somehow that mistreatment and black people's inability to transition into white America seems to go completely over all the black conservatives' heads. And you see this even now with the Asian community, having this situation where like white supremacy doesn't know what it wants to do with them. One minute it's COVID, it's Kung flu, it's they're the problem, they're disease, they're dirty, and then the next minute it's like they're supporting them in their fight against affirmative action, which again is really against black people, to dismantle it. Anything that's beneficial to black people, white people want to dismantle, and they will make any other minority an honorary white person in order to do it. So now Asian people are cool, even though the last 2 years, it's been, Kung flu and the China flu and all this other shit. And so, I always find that very interesting. Anti-blackness is woven into the fabric of this country. And anybody who doesn't see that, anybody who wants to deny that, especially black conservatives, are blind. Or they're just, making arguments that are not in good faith because, they want to get a pat on the head from massa, which, as I've said before, the system of white supremacy are very clever in doing that. They reward black people who espouse what they want to hear, handsomely at that. Black people may like when other black people speak up for black people, but a lot of us, we don't support it financially like we should. Now, some of that goes back to the whole economic issue, which I'm going to get into and discuss and talk about. But I still sometimes feel that the active support, the strong active support about, behind black people who put their neck out there is not there. We as black people, we do have this issue when it comes to money and understanding money. I'm going to get into that in a second, because, people can say what they want, but Malcolm X died broke. The man died poor. When he was excommunicated from the Nation of Islam, he didn't have anything to his name. So black people, we love Malcolm X. Oh, we this, we that. But again, black people weren't cutting them checks for Malcolm X like that. Not at the collective level. White people, when they see something that they like, they throw their dollars behind it. And that's why we have to continuously have to deal with the Coons and the Uncle Toms and the, all these voices that get propped up to espouse, these sort of we don't owe you nothing talking points. And that's another thing that I was going to say, before I went and I got to that part, which just totally threw me off, which was Roberti Pastello defending, one of his liberal black panelists from, and not surprisingly, the slow ass WNBA black woman, from somewhere in the South. I told you, I got a problem with you Southern Negroes and the way that y'all talk and the slowness of it, and just you sound like you're not, you like you're using certain words for the first time in your life. But anyway, she came with some Bible Belt shit, again, I'm a Christian and all this other bullshit. And that's another reason why you get a lot of these black conservatives that are on the conservative side, just because of their love for white Jesus, completely ignoring all of the compassion and everything else that goes with Christ. But then when we talk about reparations and making black people whole again, all of that compassion goes out the window, and then it's all about, well, I don't know this and I don't know this. It's all fucked up. It's all like the whole way that whole Christian belief system operates is I can't stand it. I get disgusted with Christianity. You know what I mean? But she went up there and Now she want to talk about who's got their legs up. It's a foul clip. It's a foul clip, but it actually is a quite positive clip in terms of demonstrating a black. I mean, he was angry. And I was angry when I'm like, really? You going to do this? All these people that are watching this, and there's a lot of white people watching this, and you're going to attack. This is a black woman attacking another black woman about her legs being up in the air. I had a problem with that. You know what I mean? Because you can tell that it wasn't just black people in this audience, with the way that people were clapping and stuff like that for the conservative talking points, because you could tell that it was more of a conservative space. You know what I mean? And so for her to, I'm like, God damn, talk about black women not protecting their own image. This is the type of shit we talking about. And this woman is a black conservative. But, even on, the woman that the woman in the red attacked, I forget what her name is, like Everson or something like that. Anyway, the woman that she attacked, when they got to talking about, single mothers in the black community and the welfare state and all that, I didn't agree with her stance about basically, female empowerment and allocating resources, to women and all. I didn't agree with that. And when the conservative side were making their points about fathers not being in the home, it's like, and this is my problem with pretty much everybody, but conservatives especially, is that they always, like, nobody ever wants to talk about the money, and that pisses me off. There's a direct correlation between black men being unemployed and underemployed, and there being a high rate of kids out of wedlock in the black community. If I want to see kids out of wedlock in the white community, I don't go to downtown Manhattan. I go to Appalachia. I go to areas of the the what would you call that, the near Midwest, or the what would you call that, like areas like Arizona and Wyoming and these sort of not as populated places where people tend to be poor and it's predominantly white. You go out there and you're going to see the same thing. But for some reason, everybody always wants to make it a moral argument. And this is one of the things that this is why I say, when you come at white people, you got to come with receipts. Because, see, I always get white people because I always come with money. I come with money. I come with resources, and they shut up real quick. Because, that's how their brain works. That's how, the structures of their community work. The men know this. I'm like, you're not going to get around me when it comes to the money. Most of them are going to shut up real quick when I say you're not going to have a father be in the home if he's not gainfully employed. They immediately know of the emasculation. They immediately know that man's manhood in that household is effective. They shut up real quick. They know it's about the money. They know it's about the resources. My frustration with black people is because we've been shut out of access to resources for so long, many of us have adjusted to it. And so what we run around with the Hotep and the Black Israelite talk and standing on the corner with the Bible, talking a bunch of nonsense about how our melanin content compensates for our lack of finances or our lack of economics, and it does not. And so that's one of the things that frustrates me. And see, the thing is when the Hoteps and all the magical black people and the Christians and everybody else jump up there and they try to turn what truly should be an economic argument into a moral argument. Like, oh, if he had the light of Christ in his bosom, he would be a father to his. Yeah, he might be present, but he'd be a very ineffective father. And it would only be a matter of time before that woman got sick and tired of him and said something that most likely is not going to have him wanting to be around. So what the white supremacists do when they hear black people talking like that, they go, yeah, that's right. Even though having a conversation with me, they were like, yeah, I see your point. You're right. It is about the money. Because they'll try to give a little bit of pushback, and I always shut them down. So let me get this right. So you're running shit on a bitch's dime, and they get real quiet. White men get quiet much faster than black men on that subject. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. But when it comes to when they hear a black person talk about the other ways that they can be the man and all this other shit, they're quick to co-sign that shit. Because, get them on that magic shit. Get them on that magic shit. Get them as far focused away from money as humanly possible. If they want Hotep, give them Hotep. If they want white Jesus, give them white Jesus. If they want a law, give them a law. Give them everything except for them focus on the money. As I say a million times, and I'll say it again, I don't give a shit about what white people give me access to. That's not where the power is. I give a shit. I care about what white people deny me from. And I say, they don't want me having guns? I got to get me one of those. They don't want me having money? I've got to get me some of that. You can have all the churches that you want. You all are in prison. We got to make sure that we have a pastor, and we make sure that we got an imam. You can have all the magic that you want. But when it comes to degrees, when it comes to money, when it comes to capital, when it comes to loans, when it comes to firepower, no, we don't want y'all niggas having that. And I don't know what black people don't understand. We're too damn magical. And you get to a point, especially with all the religious stuff, the spiritual stuff, everything else, you get to a point where you come out your mouth. We're talking about reparations, and you come out your mouth. We don't need the money. And they go, yup, that's right. Y'all don't need the money. That's right. We don't owe you shit. Yup. Keep talking the point. Yup. See, it's not about money. The only reason we have money as white people is because we're good moral Christians. It has nothing to do with our history of rape, pillage, and plunder. It has nothing to do with our monopolies on certain sectors. It has nothing to do with us burning down black communities to make sure that they can't compete with it. It has nothing to do with that. Nope. It's all because we're good, moral, and just Christians, and we got the slight twinkle of white Jesus in our eye. Can't you see it? Ching! Right? And the stupid ass black Christians and the stupid ass black Hoteps and black Israelites love to go up there and sit there, and they literally giving that to white people on a silver platter. Giving them the idea that we're somehow like celestial beings, that float through the cosmos, and we don't need food, water, shelter, resources, jobs, nothing. Our moral righteousness will get us through. And then this whole concept that the universe or God is this magic genie. So as long as you're a good, moral, prudent person, you will be rewarded with opportunities and other tangible things. And that is not the case. And that is my biggest issue with all the magical people in the black community. And we have too much. We have too much of that, way too much of that, to the point that it's crippling. It's detrimental. And I really wish that all of you that are on some magical shit would shut the fuck up, sit down, sit way in the back, and let the money people talk about money. Because y'all really come through and y'all fuck it up when we try to have these conversations. Because there's nothing more that white supremacy would love to do than to shift the conversation away from tangible resources and finances and then turn it into something magical. See, it's about your behavior. See, it's about what God you worship. See, it's about your faith. They want to make it about that because they want to sit up there and say, niggas, we don't owe you shit. We don't owe you a fucking thing. And these type of black folks, they let that shit happen. Now, another thing that pissed me off in the day, and Roberti Postello, I'm so glad he said it. He said Wednesday. I always say 1985. I always think that's a good year or something like that. But again, going back to this whole notion about how the past is irrelevant to today. I don't know where that idea comes from, and the number one person who was pushing that shit was that WNBA chick in the red. Okay, Miss Disrespectful. Okay, she was the main one pushing, that idea that the past has nothing to do with today. And they all want to sit here, and white people do it too. I see it in the comment sections all over YouTube. They literally want to act like African American history started in 1985. And it's like, if you're going to start African American history in 1985 and ignore everything that led up to where we are now, I guess affirmative action does look kind of crazy. I guess black people demanding reparations does look kind of crazy. Like I said before, 1863 to 1963 was 100 years of Jim Crow. And you know what I realized? What I realized in watching, because somebody wanted me to make a video about urban renewal. And I put all those links on my community tab, and I went through them and I found even more. And I'm just like dumping them into a folder. You can go to my playlist. It says, I got to organize my playlist, I know, guys. But I'm saying it says urban renewal, right? Urban renewal, destruction of the black community. I did not know that urban renewal was that goddamn bad. Like, I knew it was bad. I knew it was like on the list of like redlining, blockbusting, denial of FHA loans, COINTELPRO, freaking eminent domain, urban renewal. I knew it was on the list of those things. But there's more to the story, when it comes to it. Yes, people like Robert Moses, was tasked with basically, building the highways, 1955 or 56 Highway Commission Act. He built those bridges, out there on Long Island to prevent the buses from going out there so that black people couldn't get to, the beaches. But then other cities hired him, like Baltimore. Just going through the cities, this happened in Baltimore. This happened in Durham, North Carolina. This happened in, what other place? Durham, Charlotte. This happened in, what's the other place that this happened in? This happened in Florida, I-4 that cut through a very prominent black business district in Tampa. This happened in, what was the other one that was from the documentary? Black Bottom in Detroit. Ran a highway right through the business district. And so I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, I'm like, I talked about the purges, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Wilmington, North Carolina, Ocoee, Florida, Slocum, Texas, Elaine, Arkansas, Rosewood, right? I talked about all these, these purges that happen. And I'm sure there's going to be more that I find if I keep on digging, and this is the wild part, right? This is the big lie. Even when it comes to black feminists, oh, black men, y'all ain't never built nothing, all this other shit. Look at it in three phases when it comes to the destruction of the black community. And I'm saying all the other stuff is still going on, the Jim Crow, the discrimination, the debt peonage, the convict leasing, right, which goes to another point later on when the lady in red wanted to sit there and didn't act like it wasn't the lady in red, it was another dude wanted to act like men being thrown in prison is not modern day slavery. Yes, it is. If you looked up what actually convict leasing and debt peonage was, you're forcing people into, they're arrested and then you're extracting labor out of them for pennies on the dollar. It has the same effect as slavery. So in any event, I'm saying the first thing that, you got black people that come out of slavery, 1863, with nothing but the clothes on their back. Reconstruction is an utter failure. It fails. America takes back its promise, of basically lifting up, the freedmen, takes back its promise. In comes the Klan. In comes Jim Crow. And that is the law of the land for the next 100 years. Okay? Black people, leave the South. I mean, one of the things that Roberti Postello talked about is that's why people in Chicago speak with a Southern accent. That's why they speak with a Mississippi accent, because they fled Mississippi to Chicago to get away from the Klan. That's why they sound the way that they do, even though, despite the fact that they're in the North. But anyway, the 1920s, after black men came back from World War I, we didn't get, open reception with open arms and whatnot. We didn't get that. Okay, we got America's ass to kiss. And, it is one of the main fears of black men going off to war was that we would get beside ourselves, right? We're supposed to fear white men. We're supposed to grovel when we see them. And then we go off and we go into the battlefields of France and we're killing Germans. Bayonets, freaking, World War I was, aside from no man's land and the machine guns and shooting each other from trenches, when they went into a trench, that was hand-to-hand close quarter combat. So if you make it through all of that as a, Harlem's hell fighters or whatever, right? If you make it through all of that and you come back and you go back to Mississippi or Alabama, and I've talked about this before, you're not gonna take, just accept the whole Jim Crow, especially not young men, because young men are the ones that do all the fighting. Okay, they're not going to take that shit, and that created a lot of tensions. And there's always tensions whenever there's a war and men come back because they're all looking for jobs. So you had that. Then you also had, the Irish that were coming in, because a lot of the race riots that happened between black people and white people weren't from the Anglo-Saxon already established Americans. No, they were from, new immigrants that were coming in who felt that they were white too and they should be treated as white people. But they're immigrants. They speak broken English or they have a thick ass accent. It can't really be understood very well. And so, but again, the system of white supremacy is still trying to maintain white supremacy. So they give the immigrants a leg up over the black people, who've been here and America owes and doesn't want to pay the debt. So, a lot of that sort of tension facilitated a lot of these race riots, like the ones, that happened in East St. Louis and, Ocoee, Florida and Rosewood and Tulsa and all that stuff. So that was the first purge, right? The 1920s, burning down black communities, that established themselves. Because remember, it's Jim Crow, right? You can't use our shit. You can't use our water fountain. You can live over there and we'll pay you menial wages. And like Tulsa, the black people were practicing and engaging in economics and doing extremely well for themselves. Again, I can pull up the black and white videos to demonstrate that are sitting right here on YouTube. And what happened? Some jealous whites came in there and burned all that down. And Miss in the red wants to say, oh, that's ancient history. That's ancient history, right? And I'm going to get to the ancient history part in a second. Hopefully I don't forget. But then you got the second part, right? World War II happens. Black men go back to war, fighting for white America, doing the same thing all over again. Come back, again, racial tensions, fighting over jobs, all that shit, right? And, there were at that point, that first wave of communities, that got destroyed, they were just essentially destroyed and they never recovered. By this time the 60s happened with the 1955 Brown versus Board of Education, you got the white flight, right? So we're only talking 10 years after World War II, because that's when Brown versus Board of Education happened. And the 1955 Highway Commission Act wanted to build highways, right? Because America needed infrastructure. But whose neighborhoods do you think they were going to drive those highways through? They drove them through black neighborhoods. So this was the second wave of dismantling and destroying black communities. So the first wave, they just outright burned black communities to the ground. And those communities that survived after that, oh, let's call it a blighted area. It's poor. It's like, again, we go back to when you start out trying to establish them, remember, black people coming out of slavery with nothing but the clothes on their backs. So, their neighborhoods are not going to look as nice as white neighborhoods that have all the resources. But I'm going to tell you what black people did have that many of the white communities didn't have as much. and was a problem because when black people came out of slavery, and I'm backing up just a little bit, those were all your tradespeople. Those were the people with all the skills. Those were the people who knew how to work the steel and work the glass and do the carpentry and all that. Because remember, they were brought in as cheap labor. Those were the ones that knew how to do the blacksmithing. So black people at that time had the skills. They had the skills, so they were able to get the work. And that was the beginning of establishing these communities like Tulsa that white people burnt down to the ground. Then when you get to the 1960s and you got this whole eminent domain urban renewal, and they go in there, oh, blighted area, we want to run a highway through here. They disrupted those communities. There goes your home base. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, the thing is it wasn't just running the highways through these communities. Like, it's like the way in which they did it, where they would run that bitch right through what was the business district of a community. Right? And even after, like, there were some people who tried to stay around, but what would end up happening, let's say I was a pharmacist, and they go and they you got to see, I got the videos in the community tab. You can check them out. They bulldoze the neighborhood. So the people that I used to service, let's say I'm a pharmacist, I got the corner store or whatever, they're gone now. So now my business can't stay afloat, right? Or what would happen, because there's no real community there, I would stay being a pharmacist in that community with the the highway or overpass or whatever the hell it was. I would stay there, and then when I died, that was it. No more pharmacy. There was, in other words, it's like, literally destroying an intersection where everybody congregates, where all the business takes place, or a main street. I used to bother me all the time when I first came online talking to Captain Soul. I'm like, I never seen a black main street. I never seen black businesses on both sides. Yet I can go into Philly and go into Chinatown right there on freaking 10th Street, and bam, I'm right there. And the irony is, in that Chinatown, they tried to run the Vine Street Expressway and 95 right through fucking Chinatown. And the Chinese stopped it. They were able to prevent it from happening. They got a mural right there that's got the guy wringing out the towel, and there's a river, and it goes all the way down. And at the very bottom, there's Asian protesters standing in front of, and it's kind of weird looking because it's kind of like fisheye lens, standing in front of a bulldozer that is basically signifying the recorded history on this mural of them coming from China, coming here, working at laundromats, and then them trying to bulldoze the community. And it's showing, literally, they're holding picket signs on this mural, and there's yellow Caterpillar bulldozers, and there's just you see a bunch of, Asian people standing in front of the bulldozers with signs that say, like, stop, and this is our community, and you will not. If they didn't do that, if that wasn't stopped, and I don't know how they stopped it, but if that wasn't stopped, there would be no Chinatown there. There would be no Asian community. They got a school over there. It's Chinese symbols all on the outside of the school. I don't even know the name of the school because it's in Mandarin. And so you got to think about how this disrupts generational wealth. In other words, every time the black people did pull it together, they hit the reset button. They hit the reset button on legacies and generational wealth. So when we get all the way up until today, and you want to talk about crime, again, let's look at every time the reset button was hit. And so what was the third wave? The third wave was all these big box stores. That was just the death blow. Mind you, all this other stuff is still going on, right? The dumping of drugs in the black community, the war on drugs, welfare, COINTELPRO, assassination of black leaders, right? The Reagan, Iran Contras, and Oliver North, and Free Ray Rick Ross, and all that shit, right? And that's where the gangster culture comes from. The gangster culture that exists in America, that shit, technically speaking, is a creation from white supremacy. It's everything that the white community wants to complain about, what goes on in the black community, because they didn't kill us And then they had us in these situations, and then all these pathologies developed. I'm like, that's what's going to happen when you disrupt a community like that, and you just keep hitting the reset button. So that third wave was when these big box stores come in, Walmart, Best Buy, and I mean, Cap has already broken down the details to me so many times about that, where the big box store comes in, and then what they would do is they would drop the prices. And everybody would start going to Best Buy, and those mom and pop shops, just disappeared. Y'all remember I remember there was before Home Depot, there was what was that? What was that place called? Builder Square. Builder Square. That shit is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was a whole bunch of hardware stores. Name another hardware store other than Home Depot. I bet you can't. And I'm saying Builder Square was kind of like a big box store. What's the other place you got? Lowe's. Like, when the last time you seen a Lowe's, right? You know what I mean? Like Home Depot just destroyed everybody. And you could imagine what it did for the mom and pop stores. Remember, those stores that you go, I remember seeing, like, maybe they weren't black owned, but I remember seeing even a couple white mom and pop stores where you go in and it's like, the old man behind the counter, he knows where everything is. Hey, you got a couple of these, and he like, yeah, I think they're over there, and it's only like a 2-aisle store. I mean, it's like small enough to be a corner store, like Quickie Mart or something like that. That's how small, like, the hardware store would be. We know that Radio Shack doesn't exist anymore. And those are kind of like second tier big box stores. But I'm just saying, this component, it even happened in white America. Even when it comes to, like, hunting stores and stuff like that, like, here comes Cabela's, right? Here comes Bass Pro, right? So, like, that was the third nail in the coffin. And so now you have no home base. Even if, black kids, they go to college and they graduate, and where are they going to live? Imagine if there was no reset on the black community. Imagine if Tulsa was never burned down. Imagine if eminent domain and urban renewal never happened. Right? You got the South Bronx. You got to look at, just type in South Bronx 1989. It literally looks like somebody carpet bombed the shit. The shit looks like fucking Beirut. You know what I mean? It looks like the Palestine. You know what I mean? Like you got to look at the pictures. That was like, in other words, yeah, they tore down a whole bunch of buildings, and then a lot of times they didn't put anything in its place. I think like, and then that's when they came in with all these projects like Cabrini Green and all that other shit. That's where all that comes from. And see, the issue I have is a lot of not only black people, but a lot of white people don't know this history and how that can affect a community. All you got to do is sit there and think about it. It goes back to what I said about, you have in a neighborhood where everybody knows everybody neighbor. That was one of the consistent things I noticed about these videos. How everybody knew everybody in the neighborhood. You want to talk about stopping crime? And you got kids growing up in a neighborhood where everybody knows. I know your mama. I don't make me call your mom. I know teachers that threaten students with that. Oh, no, don't call my grandma. Don't call grandma. Because they know them. You see? But when you don't know people, you just kind of live in this sporadic area, the dynamics are going to be a little bit different. When you don't have any businesses in the community, you don't even got so much as a damn a corner store for these young men to go in and work in. Now you go into these communities and there's a bunch of Asians in there that don't want you there. But a lot of them actually have smartened up because they realize that hiring the black kids in the local neighborhood to work in their hair salons where the Koreans are selling black women all their hair and everything, that's a nice way to make black people not run up in that store and rob it or burn it down or whatever the next time some shit pops off. Because they're like, wait, we get money out that store. Yeah, we buy a lot of stuff from them, but they hire, a couple of people in the community. Leave them the fuck alone. So a lot of the Koreans have wised up on that. They're like, yeah, you ain't just going to be coming in here vacuuming money out. I better see some black faces up in here. I better see a black girl behind the cash register in here. You know what I'm saying? I see that shit. They be in there bossing them around like a motherfucker too. You know what I mean? Got eagle eyes on them and shit. All type of cameras on them and whatnot. But they like, yeah, though, if I'm going to be selling all this black hair, it better have some black women up in there working in there. But it's like just imagine what the black community would look like if those things didn't happen. Now, the third one, that third wave thing, that happened everywhere. That affected everybody. That wasn't specific to the black community. But the first two, the purging of black communities like Tulsa and the eminent domain and the urban renewal, I'm saying, and then sprinkle on freaking redlining. I mean, you can't even, how can you even repair a community if you're denied access to loans to get the capital to repair? You can't even make it look nice. And then this rolls right into a lot of black people when they do graduate college and they start making money for the handful that do go to college, the 20% of black people, they don't want to live there or they can't live there because now, the jobs are not there. American deindustrialization, the drug dealers took over. They're fighting each other, for turf. You're out here making legitimate money. You know what I mean? Any number of things can happen. Most of the people in that environment are poor. You know what I mean? And if they don't have any connection to you just fresh meat. So then that leads to what? An exodus, a brain drain from the black community flowing into the white suburbs. I mean, this is the whole problem with desegregation and all that, because, it's like, okay, well, where are you going to go? Where are you going to live? If these communities were not destroyed, you're talking 100 years. And each subsequent generation is able to add to the community, renovate the community. In other words, essentially do the same thing that white people are doing when they gentrify a community. We would be having a whole different conversation. We would, not only that, we would recognize class a lot more in the black community than we actually do. Conversation wouldn't be about white people coming in and gentrifying the neighborhood. The conversation would be about these uppity niggas coming in here and buying up property and whatnot. But quiet as is kept, a lot of black people might respect that more because black people come in there, they got money, the property values go up. Yes, some people might get displaced, but then other opportunities would open up and they would want to cater to those black people. Hey, man, did you hear about such and such area, man? There's a lot of black professionals over there, man. I'm trying to open up a hoagie spot or whatever, right? I'm trying to open up a Jamaican curry spot, whatever, right? Whatever it is that black people like. Oh, shit, a lot of black people moving over there, man. That means a lot of black people going to be getting married, so I got to open up a bridal shop. Oh, you open up a bridal shop? Oh, well, I got to open up a bakery to make those wedding cakes, Oh, they're going to be purchasing houses. Oh, shit. Well, I got to go over here and open up a hardware store because they're going to need some lumber for creating all the decks that they have in their backyard or some shit like that. Oh, maybe I should open up a pool service because they're going to probably put some in-ground pools in there, right? Since you got all these black people with capital moving into there, they all got to have a pool service and a pool cleaning service. You know what I'm saying? To go in there and put these pools in the ground. Oh, which means I have a construction company because I got to have a couple caterpillars to dig up the soil so that can build the pools, which means I got to hire an architect because the architect has to design the pool that's actually integrated into the house. And so you start, the shit just keeps going. But you got to have a boom. You got to have a booming economy, and you got to have a community that is not being constantly disrupted. You know what I mean? But when I was sitting there realizing this shit, I was having some dark thoughts, man. I was having some real dark thoughts by the time I got to the end. I was like, fuck it. Everything that white people bitch about, I was like, they deserve that shit. Because they created all of this crap. You know what I mean? We could argue about, there's ways that black people could have done this and that better. It doesn't outweigh what was done. You know what I'm saying? These are constant attacks on the black community. And these dark thoughts, I was like, nah. White people, they need to have a nigga infestation. All the Ray Rays and Pookies just need to just somehow just infiltrate the suburbs, impregnate their fucking daughters, back up in the white community with a dump truck full of nothing but fucking fentanyl. I'm like, fuck it. You know, I mean, again, the world is like the movie Crash. Everybody wants to sit there and act like they're all disconnected and, oh, this shit doesn't matter and, oh, it ain't going to spill over on me or over here. Yes, it fucking will. You know, it's like nobody cares. Nobody cares. This black man gets fired. You know, then he starts beating on his wife. His teenage son, he doesn't want to be in the house. He's angry at his dad. He's getting in trouble at school. He joins a gang. You know, the gang's doing gang shit. He gets caught up. You know, he tries to freaking, buy a half a key or something. Think he wants to be a drug dealer. He goes and tries to sell it. He gets robbed. Now he owes, the money, to his connect and shit like that. He can't go back and say, oh, I lost drug money. So then next thing you know, he's out in the street and he's running around robbing and stealing and carjacking and everything else. And then here comes your 18-year-old daughter riding around in her fucking brand new Cabriolet Jetta. And then they go and carjack, him. She fights back. Dude gets nervous, accidentally pulls the trigger, blows her fucking brains out the back of her head. Now, your daughter's dead and, he's going to jail for life and everything. And it all stems back to, some stereotype of, oh, I'm not hiring black people because, they're lazy or some shit like that. All because the motherfucker can't eat. But everybody wants to say, we're so disconnected. It's insane. But again, what am I asking? There's white supremacy. It is what it is. They don't give a fuck. So, and then the really fucked up part is when you have a group of people that are in a situation, like the ones that you're going to create a subculture, one that operates outside of the confines and the parameters of the dominance. It always amazes me at white people who want to see black people think, act, and behave the same way as white people do without having the same access to resources. Even poor whites don't act the same way as white people who have resources. But they always expect that. I'm like, okay, so you've created this subculture, you've created this problem, and now not only do you got people who are unemployed, but you got people who are unemployable. Because they're on some other shit. They're on some shit that the intellectual black people, I don't know why that motherfucker did that. We have a hard time explaining it ourselves. But I don't dare sit up there and pretend like those black conservatives on the panel, like that shit has nothing to do with everything I just laid out. That's what pisses me off about them. Again, I don't like the Democrats either. I don't like the way that they've taken the black vote for granted. I don't like many of the things that they've done and co-signed and policies that they've co-signed. But when it comes to the conservatives, I don't like the way that they lick the booty crack of Republicans, when Republicans as a collective haven't done anything. I do agree that we probably could have got more done with Donald Trump because Donald Trump is like basically loyal to no one. And, all black people had to do was kiss his ass. And then he would have just went up there and been like, the blacks love me. The blacks love me because he don't really think shit out. But he would have, but kissing his ass, he would have been up there freaking, saying some shit that's against the Republican Party that would have been in black people's best interests. I know for a fact that the NRA, wanted to say something to him about the damn bump stocks, but they didn't because they knew he was volatile. They didn't want that bump stock ban. But they knew, they were like, oh, yeah, we might set him off. Fuck that. So that's the type of personality that Donald Trump has. And I'm saying any person that's got ego, gas his head up, man stroke, whatever you got to do. We love you, Donald Trump. Donald Trump, hey, man, we can do this, do that, you know what I mean? Because, be seen as a champion, of the African-American community. We're going to get you those next votes from the black community next time. You're going to be the first Republican president to bring black people out off the Democratic plantations and over to the Republican Party. Because I don't, like Ice Cube said, and I've said numerous times, I don't give a fuck where we get what we need as long as we get it. Everybody else want to be emotional. They care more about symbolism and rhetoric. You know, like I don't give a shit about empty rhetoric. I need some goddamn tangibles. You know, so what was the other thing that I was going to say about? There was something else I was going to say. Oh, about shit happening so long ago. I was talking to this I'll just say person. They were 42 years old, right? And I'm like, okay, so this person is 42 years old. They were born in 1980. And we were having similar discussion about shit being, oh, it's so long ago in the past. And I was like, it's ancient history, right? I'm like, all the shit we talking about, civil rights, all those black and white videos that you see, riots in the street in the 60s, that's ancient history, right? That's Greco-Roman shit, right? I was like, okay. I was like, you do realize that if you were born in 1980, that Martin Luther King was killed 12 years before you were born, right? 12. Can you remember back 12 years from 2022? Can you remember back 12 years? I can. It's not that long ago. Aside from the fact that both of my parents were born in American apartheid, I am the byproduct of boomers. Literal boomers. I am the byproduct of boomers. And which brings up another, question that a lot of people don't examine all the time. We're going to talk about black people and their mindset and shit like that. And white people running around, oh, black people, and they victimize and they victim mentality. My parents grew up, they were born in Jim Crow. How much did that affect them and the type of shit that they would teach me? Again, I am the next generation from them. Think about that shit. But nobody does. People want to act like this shit was ancient Greco-Roman history or some shit like that. When my mother went to, what's the name of that store that no longer exists? John Wanamaker. When she used to go into John Wanamaker and put on a coat as a little girl, if she put it on, she would have to buy it and wear it out the store. Why? I don't know. Nigga cooties, I guess. Because God forbid my mother put on a coat and some other little white girl come into the store and put on the coat. Oh my God, we'd have to burn the coat because my mother had nigger cooties. That's the type of world that we lived in. And today you got white people. Oh, that's ancient history. That's so long ago. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you black people, you play victim. So one generation, if that shit affected my parents, how does that shit not affect me? How does that not affect my overall community? How does that not affect the networks I have? How does that not affect the opportunities that aren't there because the fact that these communities got burnt down? And the stupid thing is when you look at all the lost potential in terms of GDP and all this other crap. Like in other words, racism wants to, bust up the black family and keep them in jail and all this other stuff. Oh, and they're such a threat and make us the freaking the big boogeyman, right? As opposed to actually being productive and contributing to GDP. Instead, people's tax dollars are going to bullshit. Bullshit programs, because, they want to keep racism going and not actually fix the problem, which overall, in the grand scheme of things, would cost them less. But just, no, nobody thinks like that. Because right now, the accrued interest from all this delayed kicking the can down the road is an astronomical amount that is required to actually repair the black community and make it whole again. And everybody's playing mental gymnastics. The left is playing let's talk about LGBTQ. Why? Because they're only less than 1% of the population, and we'd rather address their issues symbolically, because even if we had to address their issues financially, it wouldn't cost us anything, rather than addressing, the 13, 14% of the U.S. population, which are African Americans. We know that's going to cost us way more. So gays, get to the front of the line. Oh, shit. Okay, now we're done with the gays. Okay, oh, shit, we got to go. We don't want to address black people. Oh, Asians, get to the front of the line. Mexicans, get to the front of the line. South Americans, get to the front of the line. Syrian refugees, get to the front of the line. Afghani refugees, get to the front of the line. Because we really don't want to address black people's issues. So they're just as bad as the goddamn Republicans and all the shit that they fucking run with. Cap is calling me. I'm going to have to call him back in a second because I'm about to end this video. Wondering if there's anything else that I wanted to say about what's funny about the conversation about the past. It's like when especially between the Republican and conservative angle, it's like, Republicans are quick to to point out, they'll be like, and the Democrats did this racist thing in the past. They're still trying to run with that whole the parties switched bullshit. I was watching a video. It was like the parties did not the parties switched, but people did not move demographically. They're like, oh, and the Republicans, they're the party of Lincoln, and black people should be voting. Yeah, they voted Republican up until LBJ and signing of the Civil Rights Bill. And I know about LBJ's racist statements, but over time, the principles of the Dixiecrats became the principles of the Republican Party. And people say, no, that's not true. Yes, it is true. That's why today's Southern Republicans have up signs that say heritage, not hate. And their grandfather, they didn't move, they're still in Georgia. Their grandfather or great-grandfather was a Southern Democrat. It's the same fucking people. Damn what the party is. Just say white Southerners. White Southerners didn't want black people to be freed. White Southerners engaged in practicing of Jim Crow. And the children of those Democrat white Southerners are today's Republicans. But these people that run around, these conservatives that make all these YouTube channels running around, try to act like like there was no party switch, try to act like what are you saying that that today's Republicans are this exact same people? They're not the exact same people. It's not like New Yorkers moved down to Mississippi and then a bunch of people from Mississippi moved up to New York and that's how we got the switch. No. Like they're trying to draw a direct line between the racist Southern practices and the Democratic Party. And again, I look at it as both the right and the left arm of the system of white supremacy. I don't look at one as particularly better than the other. I hate that lesser of two evils bullshit. But nobody moved. White Southerners were the racist one. And white Southerners still hold the same beliefs as they great-great-grandpappy today. Same beliefs. Same party alignment. Same orientation. Same concept. They got it from their granddaddy. They got it from their Democratic granddaddy. And they just vote red now because that aligns with their belief system. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what the Republican Party is about now, today. But I hate when people go up and they do this intellectual dumb bullshit. I can't stand that crap. But I'm trying to think. I don't think I have anything else I want to say in this video. That I don't know where I've seen Roberti Pastello before. Is it Pastello or Pastillo? And his French was impeccable, by the way. I was like, God damn, like my man is dropped. Like that's what I loved about his shit. He was dropping dates. He knew his history. See, when you know history, you're unfuckwittable. You're unfuckwittable. Don't go. The brother Rashad, don't get it twisted. His heart was in the right place, but brother, he just up there. It's like, okay, now your turn. He's like, well, because white supremacy bad, I'm done. I'm like, for real, brother? Like, that's it. That's it. That's it. It reminds me of like the freaking when you get to the Second Amendment, white people, and you're trying to defend against gun control, and it's like, okay, brother, go out there and speak. Tell them why you mad and everything, and they go, it says shall not be infringed. That's what it says. The end. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, why don't you get into the details of what exactly you don't like about the gun control bill? Be specific about it. Oh, this doesn't make sense because criminals aren't going to follow the law. And this doesn't make sense because if somebody wanted to commit mass shooting right now, they could go out there. What does CCWs have to do with mass shootings? That's not preventing anybody from going out and not committing a mass shooting. Whether they got I don't have a concealed carry permit, I guess I can't walk out the house with this gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, make arguments like that, not just, it says shall not be infringed. Just a second, it's my God-given right. That's not an argument. And going up there and saying, because white supremacy bad, that's not an argument. Yes, I know white supremacy is bad, but that's not an argument. And Rashad went up there and he did that like numerous times. I'm like, this nigga ain't saying nothing. God damn. You know what I mean? And like I said, truth be told, I mean, I think that you're not going to ignore the history that would have smacked down a lot of the bullshit that a lot of the people on the conservative side, because I wouldn't have let that shit fly. I'm like, you're not going to sit there and act like that doesn't have any impact when we know about the concept of legacies and generational wealth and people building upon the foundations, that were set before them. That is extremely important. But they want to sit there and act like, like black people ain't never did nothing. And the problem is our mindset, again, all this type of shit that white people want to run with. See, it's a mindset and all this other. And where did our mindset come from? Well, see, our mindset, and then they'll come up with some Thomas, our mindset comes from white hillbilly Southerners. That's what, no. We had communities, shit was intact. They were burnt down, demolished, and destroyed. And they were not repaired. And then came the dumping of drugs in the black community, or disproportionately sending black men on the front lines in Vietnam. On top of deindustrialization, on top of the assassination of black leaders, on top of the 1994 crime bill and mass incarceration, on top of the welfare state. You see, all of these things. But they want to leave all that out. And again, I'm not here to have an argument about red versus blue. At the end of the day, I'm talking about white supremacy versus black people. Talking about red or blue and everything. Anybody can point to some fucked up shit the Democrats signed or did, some fucked up shit the Republicans signed or did. At the end of the day, all of that is underneath the umbrella of white supremacy. Now, politically, at the end of the day of this conversation, do I think that black people should continue to vote Democrat in these elections? First off, I hate the two-party system. That's one. Secondly, I think that black people should not vote Democrat. I do think that there's going to be a red wave. I think that the Democrats, as I've been saying over the last couple of years, the Democrats over the last couple of years, they're going to get crushed in the midterms. Absolutely decimated. And so black people better buckle their seatbelts. Because that is going to, facilitate a lot of the, white supremacists and shit being emboldened. They've always been there. You know what I'm saying? Trump just made them feel comfortable, but they've always been there. And I like when they come out, because a lot of these, black people that want to sit there and be like, I don't see color and all this other dumb shit. When the white supremacists show they natural white ass, y'all don't, y'all can't deny it at that point. I love when they show their ass, because y'all want to run around and act like, there's no such thing as race until you get knocked over the head, or until somebody walks up in your church or walks up in your supermarket shooting the fucking place up. Then now you got to be confronted with reality. I love when that shit happens. Not when the actual events happen, but I love when you get your nigga wake up call. I love that shit. That shit gives me an erection. Because I can't stand sitting around trying to explain shit to black people, and black people want to sit there, act like they don't see it and don't want to play dumb. Oh, you got to see it when it's in your face. When it's in your face, you gotta acknowledge it. You can't deny it at that point. But as it pertains to the election, no, the fact of the matter is Democrats have ignored black people for the last time, and they gotta pay. They gotta pay. Again, they can't win without black people. And it's one of the reasons why they want to transition over to, the Hispanic vote, which is one of the things that Ann Coulter pointed out. He's like, that's why they're dropping the blacks and they're going over to the Hispanics. Because they see that as a growing demographic. But the Hispanics are all over the place with their voting. They don't vote with the same loyalty that black people vote for the Democrat Party. So they're not a reliable population. And again, when it comes to the Democratic Party, black people might as well leave the Democratic Party and find something else, a Green Party or whatever, something else, until we come up with something, or until, the Democratic Party or the Republican Party starts singing a different tune. Because the Democratic Party right now, they want to cater to everybody else except for their primary base, which is disproportionately us. They want to satisfy, we got to satisfy the Asians. We got to satisfy the gays. We got to satisfy, white liberals and suburban moms. And we got to satisfy this and that. And yet black people every year, for decades on end, black people, get nothing. Everybody else is able to go up there as an interest group. Everybody else is able to go up there and vote as a block and say, this is what we want. You saw this with the white evangelicals when it came to Donald Trump becoming president. We want this. Boom. I'm going to give it to you. We want this, Donald Trump. Donald Trump goes up there, throws up a whole bunch of conservative judges. Bye-bye Wade versus Roe. That's how the shit is supposed to work. But yet we can't get anything done when it comes to us. So if we can't get anything, again, you got to earn my vote. This is not just a pimp hoe relationship. No, you got to earn my vote. I need something in exchange. Sorry. And let Obama, they go up there. Obama's up there. They want to fearmonger black people into voting. And I know that the Republicans are like, yeah, we don't want black people to vote Democrat because we want our people, because they got their own reasons and whatnot. But that's not ignore that. That's not our purpose or our goal. That we haven't had a relationship with the Republican Party. We've had a relationship with the Democrat Party. And so the Democrat Party the goal is to make the Democrat Party feel it. They need to feel the pain. I want Democrats that are being paid stupid amounts of money. I want them to be booted out of office and have to move out of their fucking houses, move out of D.C. because, you didn't win the election. Yeah, it shows you for ignoring our black asses. That's what the fuck you get. All this, we can't do that. That's not popular. Da, 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 da. I mean, then what the fuck am I voting for you for? My vote is essentially ineffective. What am I voting for you for? So you get to live in the big house. You get to stay in D.C. You get to make all the money. You get to go and deal with the lobbyists as they're pushing you white envelopes and shit, and we get nothing. Fuck you. Not playing that game. Unfortunately, a lot of our older, baby booming parents and grandparents and shit, unfortunately, many of them, there's simple-minded and recalcitrant with the way that they think. So unfortunately, many of us have to wait until they croak, until we can actually have some real change. Unfortunately. But we'll see with this election. I definitely think that, you're not going to see the type of turnout. You're not going to see, you're going to see like 70%, of black people going out and vote and for the Democrats. You're going to see a significant dip. And I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. But that doesn't mean that I agree, with the black conservatives. It doesn't mean that I agree with some of the more racially divisive and nefarious things that come from the Republican Party that they try to deny. Doesn't mean I agree with that, but you got to be tactical about it. And a lot of us are not tactical about how we move forward. It's like, hey, I'm trying to think of an analogy, or some shit, just some analogy. It's like, like you're able to take it. Like I said, you sitting in the sauna at a gym somewhere, you've been in there, you've been sweating. When the person that hasn't been in the sauna, they first come in there, it like hits them. They're like, oh, God damn. I'm like, have a seat, my brother. I'll start pouring water on the damn, heating unit and shit like that. Shit gets all steamy. They're like, God damn, I can't breathe in here. Yeah. They need to feel it. You know what I mean? We're acclimated to the heat. We're in this warm environment. I can make a joke about us being African and being in the heat, but I'm saying we're in this warm environment. Have a seat. They're sitting there, they're sweating their ass off. They're hella uncomfortable. Oh, it doesn't feel too good now, does it? But black people are running around like they can't take 5 more minutes of heat. Motherfucker, we've been in here. We've been in here roasting. 5 more minutes ain't gonna do shit to us. It's gonna do a whole bunch to him. And that's how black people need to be. Buckle your belts and all that shit and tighten down the hatches. That's the only way that you really gonna get change. Going out here and keep doing the same thing and thinking and letting these people make these empty promises to you isn't gonna do anything. Nah. So, anyway, let me hit the cat back. Let me think if there's anything else I need to say. I'll post a clip. I want y'all to check out the clip at the end and the foul shit. And that's going to be a whole different gender conversation. I might make a separate video about this clip that I'm about to show you. But this was a foul move, and I loved the way that Roberti checked her and defended this woman, because it was uncalled for. I don't know what her situation was. I didn't listen. All I know is she was attacked. I didn't listen to it in this full context. She was responded and everything. But I know that in the beginning she defended single mothers and all that. I'm not a fan of that shit. I don't know. She's got a fiance, but she's not married. I think that's what the issue was, because, again, the woman in the red, she's a black conservative and Bible thumper and all that other shit. And so she wanted, how you get pregnant and all this other stuff. But, again, this woman's fighting for women's rights and all that, which, again, I don't agree with, all that putting the cart before the horse stuff. I do kind of have this sentiment of the black Christians, but not for the same reasons. You know what I'm saying? My shit is more about in the details. It's not because God said so. It's the details of it. You know what I mean? But to sit there and attack this woman with all the eyes that are going to see this video, those in the audience, the white people that are going to watch it, because Gothix primary audience are white people, and to sit there, I know that's why Birdie got mad. You want to talk. I mean, and this woman sit up there to talk about black on black violence and the homicides and everything else, and here you are basically doing the same thing that you just accused niggas of doing, which is killing or attacking another black man, and here you are attacking another black woman. You know what I mean? Like the optics on that. Even I was like, whoa. Yeah, y'all on different sides of the aisle and everything, but it didn't need to get nasty like that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, everybody up there is black people, black folks, all that stuff. If there was a wedding, we'd all be up there doing the electric slide. Like, what? Whoa, chill. You know what I mean? But she went up there, and again, this is what I don't like about, these sort of conservatives who take on and even black Democrats, quiet as is kept, who take on the ideology of other people. You know what I mean? They like all of a sudden she turned into this conservative white woman. In other words, putting Christ before black empowerment. I don't put Christ before black empowerment, obviously, because I don't believe it. I'm an atheist. But I'm saying I don't put anything before black empowerment. I don't put Yahweh, Hotep, the Democratic Party, Republican Party, this belief system, that. I don't put any of that shit before black empowerment. And yes, black empowerment starts with a patriarchal foundation, because there's differences between men and women's expectations and men's expectations, and men's power and women's power. It's different things, different dynamics. And everybody who keeps wanting to role reverse the black community, shit doesn't work. Because people will say, well, you put patriarchy before black empowerment. Black empowerment is black patriarchy, bitch. Goddamn. You know what I mean? But anyway, I just thought, just totally unfucking called for the way what this woman did. Uncalled for. All these optics and everything. And see, that disturbs me. The willingness to show your ass in front of white people in real time. See, that's why you get that conservative label. When you do that Candace Owens, song and dance, throwing Ahmaud Arbery underneath the bus, when even a jury was like guilty, or Brandon Tatum and shit. You know what I'm saying? When you start doing, that I'm a special Negro. I'm not like those other blacks. Black people got a lot of internalized self-hatred that a lot of us need to work on and work through before we decide to get up on a microphone. And when you out there attacking another black person, like that, over something as I don't want to say it's trivial, but I mean, like the whole, you out there, just the way she said it, I was like, that was foul. And even if I got my issue with single mothers in the black community, but I'm not going to go up in a white space, or a space where I know that there's a lot of white prying eyes, and then just show my ass like, we were in the privacy of, some other space, and I'm calling you all type of bitches and motherfuckers and everything else. Yes, everybody does that. Everybody, white people do that with other white people, black people do that with other black people. But again, that willingness to just go ham on another black person in front of white folks, no. I'm fucked up now. And I'm so glad he checked her. Just shut up. And then even after he checked her, she tried to reiterate it and basically said the same thing. I was like, this bitch is fucked up, man. None of the black men were acting like that. I just got to note. I just got to highlight that. None of the black men were acting like that. But anyway, that's all I got to say. I'm going to end this video. That's my video. SWP out. Don't forget to comment, share, like, and subscribe. And like I told y'all, I'm not monetized. This channel is not monetized. I've been doing this for years for essentially, not essentially. I've been doing this for years for free. The only way that people see my videos is if you all share the videos. You want to, other people, they must be more right because they have 100,000 views. No, they're monetized. And so YouTube pushes the videos based on the algorithms and the likes and all that other shit. But if y'all don't share my videos, if you don't sit there and like and all that other stuff, and I get messages all the time. How come you only have? Because I'm not monetized. The only way that the shit gets, that it even enters the algorithms is if it's liked and shared like crazy. And that's why that stupid ass video that I did of, can I get a hole, from the Dragon Ball Z clip. Look at that video. That shit has 600,000 views on a channel that's not even monetized. You want to talk about the funny business of how the algorithms work on YouTube? When YouTube was just the Wild West, they were giving out awards and all of the type of shit. Like, I was getting number one channel of the week and all this other. I was getting all type of crazy shit. Back when they used to have that shit, when it wasn't monetized, didn't matter. But it was just the amount of subs and shit that I was getting and whatnot. Before, all the banning and all the flagging and all that other shit. But I had people sending me those type of messages, and I'm like, it's not monetized. So you don't share it, it doesn't get shared. You don't share it, the message doesn't get out. Don't tell me about, oh, more people need to hear your message. They're not going to if you don't share. Anyway, that's all I got to say. That's my video. SWP out.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, no, it's your turn. It's your turn.
Okay, all right, you go.
Now, I just want to ask Reese, as a black woman, if she had autonomy over her body when she cocked her legs up and got that baby in her stomach.
Okay, we're going to just go ahead and say, no, absolutely not. That is not how we will address our fellow panelists. That was not how, stop right now.
All right.
This is not how we talk as black folks in the community. We will not talk about a black woman cocking her legs up or anything else. You will respect the people on this panel. You will respect the people in this room. You will respect yourself by talking in a manner and a fashion that is appropriate. Continue.
Okay. I would like to ask Reese, as a black woman, I mean, you got to spread your legs, don't you? I mean, that's what I thought. As a black woman, did you have autonomy over your body when you spread your legs and got that baby in your stomach? So we can talk as proper as we want to, but the truth is you decided to have children. And so what I want us to stop
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you. You got 7 seconds, but let me just go here.
About the fact that black women don't have the ability
My
to
fiance
have control
and
over their
I
bodies.
met. My fiance